I have something to share. It's about vulnerability. I learned this a few years ago, and recently I just understood it on another level. I've always understood it, but I think from the past weekend I cannot snap on this hand, but I just immediately understand it a bit more. So the information that I learned a few years ago is that vulnerability brings people close. Yeah. Vulnerability makes people lean in. Vulnerability connects you and the other person in a very deep, profound way. My cat is meowing. Because vulnerability is when your heart is open. When your heart is open, your inner voice comes in. Your frequency of love just flows out from here. Your voice, your true self, your how to say this, the things that you've been keeping inside just flows out. And during moments of vulnerability, it's when it's so easy to, let's say, cry or feel so emotional, feel tight and whatnot. And what that does is not just allowing you to release your emotions and whatnot, it also, hear me out, it also opens the heart of others. When you open your heart, it means you connect to yourself, to your center, and that also connects, the frequency of that love just connects to the other person around you, and it connects even more when they are open as well, and if they love you, and if they respect you and care for you, it's a connection. And so that's why this inner work is so important. Self-love is important because when you open your heart, you open the hearts of everyone around you. And maybe not everyone will change. Maybe some people will go back to their lives where their heart is closed. They are not willing to open and heal. But it's okay. Because by opening your heart, people who watch you or around you, you will open their hearts. And it is their choice whether to do their healing work. It is their choice to look within themselves. And that is a really big thing. Humanity is so much in fear because we're not in our hearts. Our hearts are closed. So what I meant to say also is that the more you open your heart, loving way, and of course, unconditional love also means that you stand your ground, you protect yourself when you need to. That's also a way of opening your heart. And if you open your heart, people lean in. People resonate with you. People feel inspired to open their hearts. And that's when deep conversations come in. That's when you feel this belongingness, this unexplainable care and love for that person and respect for that person. And it also gives you a peek into their inner world. And that frequency, when they open their heart, it's like a portal to their inner garden, to their inner world, their inner universe, which can be so beautiful to watch depending on who they are, where they're at in their journey, in healing journey. And it's so beautiful when it happens. When I witnessed last weekend that my uncle actually gave a really heartfelt speech during his birthday celebration it was yesterday. Yeah, I thought it was Saturday. It was yesterday, and I nearly bawled like a baby when he started crying. But it was a very heartfelt speech. It was very, very vulnerable. I've never seen this side of him or almost anyone in the family, well, beside my mom and myself. So I was like this. My heart was like this, and it opened me as well, and that's why I started to want to cry, and I feel so much love. It's unexplainable. I just wanted to share this today because sometimes we're so afraid of opening up ourselves and afraid of being vulnerable because we're afraid of rejection, of hurt. But that just pushes away from what we really want and desire, which is love, which is to be loved, to be understood, to be accepted. When you close your heart, you close the doors to all of this love frequency. You close everything. So my point here is also that you don't need to open everything at once. That's just crazy. It will wreck your nervous system. But you can start with just opening up with yourself first. Share things with yourself. Have that dialogue with yourself. Reflection of your go deep and be honest with yourself. What is it that you don't usually talk about yourself? What is it that you usually don't talk about yourself in front of other people that makes you feel scared and so vulnerable that you never talk about at all? Something that you will just keep, maybe like a secret or something that you will keep to your grave or something. Talk that to yourself. Understand that. Open. You can tap your heart. Tapping helps to, move the energy. So yeah, start with yourself. That's the best tip I can give you, because I have done that, and it's beautiful when you open your heart like that. It's so beautiful, and you are so worthy of love. You are so worthy of the connections that you desire to have, but it has to start from yourself. Okay, I love you. I'm about to shower. One more thing to add. I just got reminded by my guide. So the thing about vulnerability, it is important that you open your heart if you desire to be loved and understood as you are. If you desire expansion, if you desire to grow and heal and evolve and be a better version of yourself, a version that you can look back and say how proud and happy you are that you took that leap, that scary leap. You allowed your old self to die so you can emerge as your new self, who is living a life of self-love, of deep connections. That's all I wanted to add.